What does this strange giant boulder do? What does this Moonstone mean? What does this altar on Lunar Island? Who is Wagstaff? What don't starve? Who's Pearl? Who's this How do I beat lady? Don't starve? Blow, blow, blow. Welcome to the complete Don't Starve Together final boss spawning guide. It's very complicated with whole other quest lines, whole new areas, whole secret items, and another boss, and I will lead you all through it. But it's important for me to break it up so it is less complicated. I'll break it into 3 main parts: the lunar altars, the Wagstaff event, and the boss fight itself. And then I'll break those up into little chapters, starting with the very first goal of the this Celestial Champion spawning process. Really quick, I want to go over some prerequisites for the whole spawning process as a whole, because you can't just kind of get started unless you do some key things first. Number 1, rush the ruins. I made a guide video on this. Number 2, kill Bee Queen. This will make the Wagstaff event way, way, way easier, and also some of her drops are just kind of useful for the fights and stuff. And also, you might want to just go ahead and kill other raid bosses, because one of the quest lines, which is getting Pearl, is pretty easy and pretty beneficial to start in spring, and I'll explain when I get there. Also, another thing, you're probably going to want to get Glommer, because Glommer Goop is actually great for the final boss fight, which is kind of funny. Because Glommer Goop takes away sanity and gives you a lot of health, and you'll see why that's useful when I explain the main gimmick of lunacy. Anyways, Lunar Island might be kind of hard to find if you're just starting out and you don't know what to look for. But let's take the example of my world. Now, that is where Lunar Island is, and you can see some very strange world generation almost pointing to it, like jagged cuts along the coastline, and big like straight lines and stuff, and big jagged puzzle pieces. This is normally telltale signs of the Lunar Island. Anyways, grab yourself a boat and sail on over to Lunar Island. You'll see these strange lunar fissures. You're going to want to find a nice triangle of them, because this is a required thing. You must find a triangle. You'll also see these strange, inviting formations. You can actually mine these with a pickaxe, any pickaxe, to reveal the lunar altar piece inside. After mining, you're going to want to drag them all the way over to one of the pieces of the triangle, and you're going to want to assemble all of them on Lunar Island. Congratulations.
There we are. There's one altar finished.
Okay, well that one wasn't super complicated. This next one is a little more difficult. Okay, I'm just going to use images because it's a little easier to explain because I don't have good footage. So, you need to find this item called the Moonstone within one of your forests. It might be with Pig Village, but I'm not sure because I didn't get with that Pig Village in my world. It's like a big green spot with a strange moon rock that looks like this and a bunch of statues around it. You can actually repair the stone in the middle to make it look perfect with the moon rock. So yeah, go ahead and repair that. Anyways, remember that star collar and deconstruction staff I told you to get? Well, plug the star collar staff into the Moonstone, hold on to the deconstruction, and then wait for a full moon. Oh, please properly fortify your little moon rock, because it will be under attack.
Moon blast.
Welcome to Don't Starve Tower Defense. You must protect this moon rock and your staff for like a minute. So really you can just body block, and the fossils will block enemies, and so will the walls. And you can kind of just plug holes with your body or with friends, and yeah, you should be good.
Stand back, piggies. I will block you out. Freaking moon blast. Let me out.
Alright, congratulations. You've just witnessed your star collar staff turn into a Mooncallers staff. And you also get a bunch of free moon rock, meat, pigskin, and whatever from all the piggies that have came your way.
My moon base made it better. Yahoo!
The Mooncallers staff, like the star collar staff, spawns in a big aura of light. However, the Mooncallers staff will make you cold whenever you use it, and it has way more uses, only taking 2% of its durability as opposed to 5. So yeah, now you can spot in polar lights, which is great for summer, and I did this event at the end of summer. It still gives you sanity, but yeah, it's pretty good for summertime. And you might be wondering, hey, wait a second, that's not a lunar altar. Dude, I'm getting to that, give me a second! Anyways, yeah, you can make more Mooncaller staffs, but you at least need one.
Cool Mooncaller staff. I hope I don't break it. Uh-oh.
Anyways, instantly destroy your Mooncaller staff for the iridescent gem. This is required. Oh, I forgot to mention you can just skip this entire thing and the Ruins Rush if you just play Wilson and you can craft the iridescent gem. But that's lame. Sorry all my Wilson mains out there. Oops. Anyways, you're probably wondering what the iridescent gem has anything to do with the moon. And well, dude, are you stupid? It just came from an item called the Mooncaller staff. Of course it has something to do with the moon. And you might be confused why we're going underground with a moon-based item. Yeah, I don't know either. There's a place called the Ancient Archives. For some reason, all the moon people went underground because, duh, of course. So yeah, you have to go find the Ancient Archives. Since you have definitely been to the ruins, right? You've been to the ruins? There's no way you would have gotten this far without being to the ruins. You should at least know where that is, and pretty much just go across from that. It did take me a while to find the Ancient Archives, but it wasn't too bad.
Holy blue mushrooms.
Once you arrive at this pretty blue mushroom biome, you can also take the mushrooms because they're pretty good for Celestial Champion because they also lower your sanity and give you health, which is perfect. You will find this biome called the Lunar Grotto. You'll notice it looks pretty creepy, and your sanity is replaced with lunacy, which you want to get low instead of high because Gestalts will attack you instead of sanity monsters. Anyways, take a pickaxe down here. I probably should have said that, but you kind of should bring a pickaxe to the caves and find an ancient rock passageway.
Okay, so I dissed on the ruins designers, but whoever built the archives, no, these are some great, beautiful buildings.
Ah, the archives. This place is like almost threatless, so you're pretty much fine. You're going to want to look for this weird giant circle puzzle solver thingy because you're going to need this later. And you're going to want to keep your eyes peeled for some water fountains. Do not question it. You can see the sealed portal over there, which does nothing as of now, which is cool. And to your left, you will see another passageway. What we're really looking for are the ancient pedestals. Alright, the Ancient Archives is up and running again. Remember these water fountains? Yeah, you're going to want to find one because they'll give you something called Forgotten Knowledge. There's a specific blueprint you get from these that you need, but I forgot which water fountain gives you what, so I just cracked open a couple of them. The one you're looking for is the Astral Detector. Also, remember how I said this place was almost threatless? Yeah, well, there are these giant robot centipedes that will kind of kill you, so bring some protection. Anyways, to solve the puzzle, you will put a little Forgotten Knowledge on this pedestal and just guess randomly until you unlock the right code. It's a memory game, guessing game. It's pretty annoying, but like, once you get it, it's not that hard. However, the puzzle does reset every Forgotten Knowledge you open, which is kind of annoying.
Oh, great. There we go. That should be the right one. There we are. I might as well do the last one while I'm here.
Remember that pickaxe from earlier? Yeah, mine a few of these moon statues. They'll give you both moonrock and thulsite, which you can use to make some astral detectors, because you will need a couple. You can also use these giant centripedes to destroy some of them for you, which might happen whether you like it or not, because these guys are fairly destructive. Anyway, yeah, grab a bit of thulsite, a bit of moonrock to make some astral detectors. Also beware of the shadow versus moon war going on in the backyard of the Ancient Archives, where the Moon Grotto you just were at. Yeah, do not hold out any shadow or lunar gear or you will get jumped by either side of a monster. Yes, make and plant an astral detector. These guys will point you in the way of the buried lunar altars, which can also be dug up with the astral detector. So yeah, This is like Minecraft Stronghold, where you just go follow this thing randomly until you find where you're supposed to go.
So now, where's the next piece? I don't even know if there were any of these speedruns. Oh, screw off. Okay, this time I do feel like walking around the whole lake. Ah, Chester! My man.
There we go. There's 2 more lunar pieces, or altar pieces. These 2 go together as a set, so you'll just plug both of these into the fissures at Lunar Island. You can either use a beefalo or a boat, and I recommend using a boat because you're going to need a boat anyway to get to the Lunar Island. So yeah, I just don't even bother with beefalo this playthrough. I just carry them via boat. I just go pick them up whenever I am going to fight Crabby King. So yeah, that's 5 of 6 of the lunar altar pieces done. So yeah, congratulations, you've done the lunar altar archive puzzle piece part. Now it's time to get on to the Pearl Quest and the Crabby King boss fight, because he is truly guarding the very last altar. Okay, let's just start from the end and work backwards, because that's the easiest way to explain this. So in order to get the Celestial Tribute, which is the final altar, you need to kill Crabby King with the Pearl's Pearl inserted into him, along with 8 other gems. Now, you can fight Crabby King without putting the pearl in, but there's literally no point because his drops are absolute garbage. So, I found a wiki article with all the tasks, so I'm just going to go through every single task I did in quick succession, like a montage. Also, please note that finding Pearl's Island is as easy as just finding this bottle, and it will literally tell her, like, it'll tell you marked on the map where she is. So that's pretty handy. Look how close her island was to my base. I'm so lucky. I love being lucky. Okay, I find one of these cookie cutter bombs and kill enough of them to get 10 cookie cutter shells for her house. Anyways, I firstly kill the lure plant that spawns in spring. See, that's what we need to do in spring. I brought butterflies to the island, but I didn't bring enough, and I thought I brought enough, but I didn't. I also dry 6 kelp fronds on her little meat racks for an easy point. I also plant and fertilize 8 berry bushes for another easy point, because I just brought these all to the island.
You're kidding me! Yeah, very funny world. You see what happens?
I bring her a pretty parasol while it's raining. I also upgrade her house once with 1 firefly, 10 boards, and 10 cookie cutter shells. I also build a pension winch, which you can get the blueprint from Pearl with an empty bottle, and pick up a lot of the garbage around her base. This is a real easy way to get carpeted flooring for one of her tasks. I also epically fail my first MoonSTORM event on day 51. I upgrade her house once more with 10 marble, 5 cut stone, and 3 light bulbs. Also, in the meantime, I do take a quick break rushing the other branch of the ruins that I never got to, and I come out with a ginormous haul. Also, I love clockwork hooks. Also, punch this guy for a blueprint for a pearl task.
Hold on, guys. I may have an idea. I don't have a weapon. No, yeah, never mind.
Also, I do kill Nightmare Werepig for his Dritson armor, because it's pretty good for the Wagstaff event and the boss fight in general. But I'm not going to explain how to do it, because it's easy. He only has like 10k health.
Die. There. Oh, he is dead. Oh, nice.
Anyways, what we're doing? Oh yeah, Pearl quests. Anyways, I head into the desert to grab both cactus flowers, and the desert goggles, because these will all be important later. Also, grab the silly orb from the very beginning of the video. You will need that. I thought I should mention that. I also upgrade her house one more stage with moonrock rope and carpeted flooring for another point. You can actually make a dish called a flower salad for Pearl with 3 cactus and a flower, which is a friendship point. Anyways, the blueprint you got from the ruins from that one guy, you can put it on Pearl's Island for a chair, and that's a... Oh no, that's not a friendship port. She's like, wow, this is kind of terrible. And then she gives you a blueprint for an item called the Sawhorse, which allows you to make a bunch of different furniture. You can actually make a chair and bring it back to our island for a point. Anyways, I catch a few more butterflies because I realized I messed up that one task. And I also catch about 40 killer bees and put them into bundles in groups of 10 into one bundle wrap. Yeah, you're still trying to not use bundle wraps. I know it. You need to kill Bee Queen. I made a guide video. Go watch it. Anyways, I also finished planting the flowers and wait for Pearl to come out, because I also got to put that wooden chair. Anyways, I start putting down the... Wait, what? She already put down the stupid Pearl? I mean, I guess I'll take it... Let me reread the wiki. Completing various access services makes it more friendly. Bottle exchange filter 369. Oh, when all 3 of her Hermit Home upgrades are completed, plus any of the other 7 tasks, she will award the player with the Pearl's Pearl. Oh, it's 10, not 14. Now, whoopsie.
Yeah! Dancing time! Whoa! Yeah!
And now we're looped back around to when I was actually doing the Moonstone for that portion of the video. Yeah, I would recommend doing these like interspersed within each other and not trying to just, okay, I'm going to do the Lunar Island now, then move on to the archives, then move on to the Pearl like it is sectioned in the video. It's just do them all intertwined for most efficiency. Also, after completing the archives puzzle and digging up the 2 pieces, the astral detector will lead you to Crabby King and Lunar Island, which is helpful. Anyways, here I am picking up the other 2 altar pieces because I still need to bring those to Lunar Island. I plan to just do one big trip with all 3 of the other altars to bring them all at once. Anyways, while this is playing in the background, let me tell you what other things you need for Crabby King other than that secret bundle of 40 killer bees and the pearls and the 8 purple gems. You pretty much just need a boat and a driftwood oar, or 2 boats, I would say. 2 boats, a torch, and a few driftwood oars, and maybe some healing and like a Tam O'Shanter. Because he doesn't actually directly hurt you that fight, except for freezing, which is annoying. And I love it when there's just a random rock that is impossible for me to avoid. Like, literally there's one that was like between the edge of the world and the island to where I could not fit a boat past it, and I just had to crash. Yay, I love sailing! Anyways, with the help of the astro detector guiding us to Crabby Kingy, we eventually find him after a bunch of annoying rocks. Yeah, he's normally surrounded by this giant circle of rocks, and that's what he looks like. That's what the deactivated Crabby King looks like. Anyways, go ahead and park your boat away from Crabby King because he might try and destroy it, and then paddle up to him with a different boat that has nothing on it and mine out a few of the rocks. Once you feel you have enough space to row your boat around a little bit, this will make sense when we get to the fight, park your boat right next to Crabby King's big ol' face, and then deploy your second boat as an escape plan. Please place your lovely bundled supplies on the very first boat that's next to Crabby King, or socket in the pearl, and then 7, not 8, of the other gems, and then put down the bundle, and then, before you put in the very last gem, light the bundle on fire and then get out of there.
What?
And now paddle away as far as you can. And the bees will begin to aggro onto Crabby King. Your first boat will be destroyed, and then you are free on the open ocean. Just paddle back to him to where he's still on your screen, and just paddle back and forth to avoid his geysers, and that is the entire fight.
Yes,
Anyways,
he's dead.
I head back to my boat to use the pinch and winch to get the lunar altar, when all of a sudden...
No. No! Dude, no!
Money! Money! Money!
Surely death by 1,000 cuts. I don't even know where that cheese method is from, I just remember it. And it worked for me. This is my very first time killing Crabby King, and the fish ate his only good drop, being the 7 meat. So yeah, I go over to get the final lunar altar. Anyway, it's time to assemble all the lunar altars. Alright, I got the tribute in there, I gotta go grab the other one. And now, let me plug in the final altar. Wait, okay. I kind of want you to go do this on your world first before you come back, because I really don't want to spoil what happens, because it's actually pretty cool. It's a big moment. It's kind of the highlight of the Moonstorms almost, and the Moonstone moon event, whatever, Wagstaff event. So yeah, go do that and then come back, or just sit tight and just spoil yourself, I guess, because, I don't know, it's one of the coolest interactions in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, that's so bright. Oh my gosh. Oh. Whoa.
Well, great, look what you did. Now the moon is angry. Well, maybe it's not too bad. I mean, now you have infinite light and sanity and infinite full moons for more Mooncaller staffs. And, oh my goodness! Also, the high sanity doesn't really matter because now there's Gestalts that'll be attacking you instead. Anyways, you're locked into the Celestial Champion spawning process now. The only way to end this is to kill him. So don your desert goggles I told you to grab and plunge into the storm. The Moonstorm is quite the crazy place, and there's a few resources you need to pick up in the midst of this lightning stuff. I don't even know what's going on. You will notice lightning strikes with rocks like that you can mine. You need 30 of those bad guys, and they also spoil, so you need to put them in a bundle wrap because of course rocks spoil. And also there will be these little flying buggies named moon gleams that you'll have to capture in nets, and I think you need 15. Oh my gosh, guys, is that Robert Wagstaff Don't Starve Together Hamlet? Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you didn't bring your silly little goggles, then you can make astroggles, which are like these, but for the Moonstone, you need a potato. So I thought desert goggles would be easier. And you can also now make the incomplete lunar experiment, which is the thing you need to put that on the mysterious energy at the Lunar Island, and that's how you spawn him in. But yeah, you need a bunch of moon gleams and infused moon rocks for that, so get collecting. There's one last way you need to help Wagstaff. He needs to contain the lunar storm. This will involve you handing him tools that are misnamed on the ground and protecting him from these creepy alien bird thingies. I don't even know what they're supposed to be, other than birds. Anyway, he will call out for a random tool, and you must bring him the right one. Well, there'll be multiple on the ground, and they're all misnamed. He doesn't say what he actually needs. You just have to bring them the right one over and over until he completes the event, and he'll give you a restrained static.
Oh. Wagstaff did it.
Upon completing or failing the Wagstaff minigame, because yes, if he gets attacked too much, it will fail, the Moonstorm will move somewhere else. And you need at least 3 of the restrained strike he gave you. I don't know if I already said that. So yeah, you have to at least complete 3 of these, but you could probably get all the resources you need in one. But please do not bundle the moon gleams. When you unwrap the bundle, they'll all spill out all over the place, and you'll have to recapture them, which is just a waste of bug net durability. So wrap up the infused moon shards, but do not wrap up the moon gleam. Anyways, after you get 3 restrained static, head back to the Lunar Island. Also, the funny alien birds do not despawn, which is something alright. Do not forget to pre-craft the experiment. You do need some electric doodads, so that would be kind of awkward if you went all the way to Lunar Island and didn't have the stuff to make it. So yeah, pre-craft the incomplete experiment. And of course it finished in winter, dude. I don't want to fight this guy during winter. La la la, my name is Wagstaff. Ow! Oh no, guys. Celestial Champion killed Wagstaff. No. Anyways, head over to the mysterious energy and start building the experiment. The Lunar Siphonator. you add restrained static and some moon gleams. And then I have to get more restrained static and also unbundle my stupid bundle wrap full of dumb shards. I got way more than I needed. Anyway, the final object you need is the moon orb. From the very beginning of the video, I told you it would come in useful. You didn't believe me.
It's time to defeat the final boss of this video game.
Okay, so I did bring a lot of Thulsite crowns, but I only brought like not that many, considering this is my very first time fighting this boss. So I ended up needing a lot more. So I used some unconventional armor later in the boss fight. I also brought a lot of glamorous goop.
Wait, I've got gears, healing, fight stuff. Wait, let me put this on the ground. I don't think I'll need it, but you know. On the night of day 92, I'm going to summon. Yay. Yay, we did it. We built the experiment. Oh, oh my gosh! That's a ginormous meteor. He's gonna do a spin attack.
Celestial Champion's first phase is quite difficult. His little spin ball move is pretty hard to dodge. Well, not really. It's not really that hard to dodge, but just run out of the way. He also does an attack where he just kind of rages on the floor and like throws a big tantrum. He will always start walking before he does his roll attacks. That can be a good indicator for when it's about to happen. I think he only has like one other attack. He has a basic little shield slam attack, and then he has one where he spawns in Gestalts.
Whoa, what? Gestalt blast. Oh, I should have stayed so long.
Anyway, his Celestial Champion first form is really not that interesting. I mean, he kind of even looks stupid, so let's just go ahead and kill him.
Taste the ruins magic. Oh wow, that was it? I guess that was the whole fight then. That boss is... What?
Anyways, he has new attacks in his second form, like this giant spinner blade. This is... okay, that attack starts at being 25% faster than the player, so walking cane, and will continue to scale with your speed. Because I have speed circuit in, he'll scale to my speed. But he can get stuck on the little hot springs on the lunar ponds. Like, look, see, if I use my Lazy Explorer after he starts the attack, then he won't scale the speed. But if I do, then he does. And he also has that basic slam attack and the wood where he pulls up a bunch of rocks from the ground. And one where he spawns in a load of Gestalts. This phase is actually really difficult. And if you get caught in the blender, you could say bye-bye to your Thulsite crowns. But he can also use it to chop down a bunch of trees, which is pretty helpful. But yeah, look right there. That just shreds through my crown.
Oh, great. Finally, he's dead all the way. Ha ha ha. He's finally all the way defeated and dead, and definitely not as a phase 3. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Okay, well now I've got no armor.
Hey, so this is me in editing, and as you can see at the top, it's another 5 hours of footage. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, I didn't skip ahead any. This definitely was just not me fighting him for like 3 hours. No. Also, what the heck, Clay? Why can he just go camp on the ocean where I cannot attack him? Like, seriously? Why is this a thing? In case you couldn't tell, Phase 3 is pretty difficult. Now, allow me to go over his attacks, whilst I make my final push for damage with my Glommergoop and my Hambat. Anyways, his very first thing he'll probably do is try to do this, where you have to run outside his circle of greater gestalts. It's actually not the attack I thought he was going to do, but that is one of his. This is the one. He will spawn a bunch of ginormous shards of moon from the sky, which is not only an expert source of moon glass, but will also put you to sleep whenever you get near it. And he'll try to hide in them, so don't get near them. He also has that little razor blade attack, and if you notice, he also shoots giant deadly moon death lasers. You can see I'm kind of comboing him because he keeps trying to get near me. But as soon as I get far away, he shoots lasers. He has two different laser types, the straight lines in a kind of triangle pattern, and the more cylindrical laser blast. Both of these attack twice and do a ton of damage, so just don't get hit. Lol, just like don't take damage, like what? Yeah. I cannot really tell you how to avoid these, you kind of just have to figure it out for yourself. Rule backing is totally valid. Yeah, this is definitely the hardest phase of the fight.
Die, you stupid torch. I did it! Yo! Oh my god.
Alright, now it's time for his fourth phase. Wagstaff. I'm just kidding, you don't actually have to fight Wagstaff. Anyways, Celestial Champion will immediately drop a ton of Moonglass and Moonrock, and a bunch of Moonglass also from his lovely little third phase that takes like 600 hours. He will also drop an Enlightened Crown Shard, or an Enlightened Moon Shard. You can actually give this to Wagstaff to start the whole Lunar Rift thingy, which I will explain later, because Lunar Rifts are pretty complicated. You should probably just go watch another guide on that, buddy. But that's how you get some of the in-game planar gear, like bright smithy stuff. Yeah, he's like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I'm ready. Anyway, this is also how you unlock the Lunar Skill Tree and also screw over your entire world. But you also turn off the Moonstorms. So that's nice. Anyway, the thing you're probably really after lies inside of his lovely little moon corpse, which I had a really hard time targeting. Unfortunate, you could have been useful. He drops, first of all, the Celestial Orb along with every other altar, and the Enlightened Crown, the ultimate item. It actually doesn't count as armor, so be careful when wearing this. But yeah, it gives you infinite light. And you can even decraft it for more moon shards for infinite light and little moon lamps, or mush lights. But you already have infinite light strapped to your forehead, and also you can just reactivate the Moonstorms whenever you want. And astral detectors will now just hang out whenever you put them down and will act as infinite lamps. Also, the Celestial Orb gets updated crafts to where you can now make glass cutters from just the orb. So you can have a glass cutter crafting spot at your base, which is really useful because glass cutters are good against shadow monsters. They have double durability against those, and they do 68 damage, which is as much as a dark sword. So you pretty much just get 45 billion dark swords from this fight too, from phase 3. Actually, here, let me like list every single drop you get from killing Celestial Champion and doing the entire quest line. You get access to the Enlightened Crown, Robert Wagstaff's affection, a bunch of Moonglass, all of the altars and the Celestial Orb, one Disappointed Pearl, one Dead Crab, one Dead Big Rock, infinite Mooncallers, access to the Lunar Skill Tree. You can turn on Moonstorms whenever you want, and now the Astral Detector is pretty good, and also as much, Moonglass and Moonrock as you could ever need. Anyways, the Enlightened Crown has some unique properties, and I'm going to use it to fight claws because it helps you do more damage. I also brought a log suit because it doesn't give you any armor, and I brought a bunch of glass cutters because I have a bunch of Moonglass. Anyways, every time you hit an enemy while you have the Enlightened Crown, a mini Gestalt will shoot out to do an extra 42 damage, which is kind of a lot. for a character who doesn't get extra damage like WX. It also provides you a big area of light and a passive sanity drain, or I mean. And also, it pairs well with stuff like Dual-Sight Suit, which will protect you because, you know, you don't have any armor. And it also gives you sanity, which you can use for more damage. The crown is active when above 85% sanity, and below it just doesn't do anything, I don't think. It just looks cool. It's kind of hard to go insane unless you're like in the caves or something, or like fighting Fuel Weaver or something. So you really should have this most of the time if you're late game. And also if you're playing WX and you use the Bean Booster circuit, it'll give you more max sanity and positive sanity regen, which is good for using more of the Enlightened Crown. Anyway, I was able to kill Claws pretty quickly. It only took me like 6 minutes to kill Claws, who has like 15,000 health. So that's pretty freaking sweet. The Crown is best against Celestial Champion himself, because you get a bunch of sanity from him, and you can turn that sanity into more damage. So yeah, that is the entire video. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped. I don't even think I got anything good from Claws. So yeah, I'll probably be doing a guide video on Toadstool and Fuel Weaver, and I'll probably be doing that one Terraria video I keep talking about in my community post. Speaking of my community posts, go check them out because you might be able to vote on whatever video is next, and I have 400 subscribers and like 6 people are voting, so please go look at those. Speaking of subscribers, why not subscribe if you watched all the way to the end? Like, what are you doing? Also, I think this video is actually kind of good. Like, am I the only one who thinks that? Comment if you have any questions, as the all-knowing WX will be able to guide you on your way. And I will see you next upload.